I'm in edge fashion this time. How nice is it to see me in edge fashion after so long? I just had to make up for not showcasing this yesterday, because if you saw my post, you know why. Together.
Well, this is Title Town. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the host WWE's flagship show for a 19th time. WWE fans have sold out the Rush Center, just across the street from historic Lambeau Field, home of the NFL's Green Bay Packers. And tonight, Monday Night Raw is live on Netflix and presented by Snickers. And for a second time, this man is the World Heavyweight Champion. Goldberg won the title from James last week. The region is here live tonight.
What do they have planned for you?
Well, Bayley made her shocking return last week after...
That's a cool top, Bayley. I love that mesh with the little plastic reflectors. And they're black plastic reflectors. Has Stephanie Bakir just looking so cool. She looks like the lady from Greece with that vest on. The Spanish version though, of course.
Jey Uso, the opportunity to compete in a fatal four-way versus Sheamus, Rusev, and Big Boss and Reed live tonight.
So Liv and Kairi are up first. Maybe.
But she has had a rough time of it as of late over the past couple of weeks. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, everybody, live and sold out today in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm Michael Cole.
Hi, Pikay.
But I am joined back in the saddle again with my old partner, Corey Graves. Welcome back, Corey. I couldn't be any more
Oh, Wade's not here today, Corey. The classic duo.
With royal implications. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
am I watching WWE? Yes, sir, ma'am, they them.
Who was interrupted by one Liv Morgan.
I have a championship, and I have a
well, true, yeah, they have to build that up. Thank you.
Your man, I'm just trying to figure out who he belongs to. You or Roxanne?
I'll give a proper showcase after the stream, of course.
For taking your title shot and your man.
Even though it's pretty casual compared to what I usually plan on special holidays, but I'm only doing a little casual get up because this tank is the only really new thing I have about myself. So. I just wanted to showcase me and my brother's matching t-shirt, but unfortunately he can't find it, like, so don't him. But my mom found hers and we're matching, so I'll call her so show you guys.
Welcome to Monday Night Morgan!
I like your jacket. I just love how all those. I just love how all her catchphrases plus like that signature, meme kiss of her and Dominic. It's just all glittery and bedazzled. I'm gonna need you to be more emo if we're gonna date.
Thank you,
Well, I'm glad I'm
Margarita.
I'm glad I just wear this as a fashion. That way I'll never date you.
Tonight is not about me.
I'm glad I wear this as a fashion and not a lifestyle.
It's all about you.
Thank you,
Hi,
Dominic,
Mackenzie.
because respect is the exact reason why I came out here to talk about tonight. You see, it seems like everyone needs reminding that this is my division. And when you talk about my division, you talk about me. You see, Nikki Bella, she had to learn the hard way last week, and now she's sitting at home, all beat up, watching me on her television, which is exactly where she should be. Do you guys want to know what was worse than Nikki Bella not mentioning me last week? It's the fact that Io Sky went up to her before she came out and said, "You paved the way for a song." Bam! Well, what a joke, because no one paved the way for me, especially not Nikki Bella. I paved my own way. And then I
You
became
like my hair?
the
Thank you.
history-making,
It's a wig.
record-breaking,
One of my favorites,
first and
though.
only four-time
I was gonna wear rig, but
women's tag
as
team
always, my green
champion.
wig looks better with black.
And do you guys know what that makes me? Because I know you guys know what that makes me. That makes me the greatest women's tag team champion of all time.
Nah.
So I'm not
If you'd like to be my
asking for
girlfriend,
respect
please, you really
anymore.
need one.
I'm
So,
demanding
I also
it.
really need a boyfriend, but do you see me asking the
Just
first
like
girl
I'm
you find in a
demanding
live stream?
the rematch that I never
Please.
got for the Women's World Championship.
Bitch, please.
Yo, we can do things the easy way, or we can do things the hard way. The easy way would...
Well, we'll see if Io Sky wants to do things the easy way or the hard way, because here comes the women's
What
world
color is my
champion.
toes? Nothing, because I don't paint my toenails or my nails because I bite them too much, so I would feel bad if I just painted or get my nails done and I just bit them away. That's so much money and time wasted.
Great Nikki Bella said that Nikki was a trailblazer. There's so many here.
I know anybody should love being my boyfriend. It's just a matter of you're not gonna be it because I don't need one.
Being respectful about the traditions of this industry.
My favorite diva, my top three are Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and Liv Morgan, not Liv Morgan. It's Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Tiffany Stratton. Those are my favorite female wrestlers at the moment. Did I like last year's WrestleMania? I think all WrestleManias are fine, but I don't know.
Do everyone a
I
favor?
feel like WrestleManias were more better back then than they are now.
All you do is whine and show disrespect. あんたいつもわがままばっかりいい加減にしろ。
I really like how Io Sky always, no matter what, she has the glittery diamond, silvery tank or pants or necklace. It doesn't matter. She always has to have any of those things. But I love her cargo pants too. Those are a nice use of tie-dye ombre.
I do want to fight you, Io, but I only want to fight you for this championship. But if you're scared,
Hi
scared
there.
to fight me because we know
I'm
that
24
I'm
years
beating you
old.
more than any other woman in this division, then that's okay. We don't need to fight, and you can just hand me the title. I'm okay with just taking. You can totally just give it to me, and I'll be cool with that.
Bitch.
I'm not handing you anything. If you want it, you have to earn it. You cannot just steal it like
Whoa. Yo, man.
Shut your mouth now.
Just make this easy for Liv. And give her what she wants.
Bitch, I ain't no 40, and if I look 40, and if I still look like this at 40, I'm gonna be grateful for the rest of my life to God. But anyway, I'm 24. Like,
I'll take it right now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
favorite wrestler. My favorite wrestler is Rhea Ripley. But it doesn't matter because I could still what you call it, dress in J fashion and alternative fashion at that age. I really would.
Good for Io. Io Sky teaching Liv Morgan to have some results.
Haha. Thank you.
Innocent bystander. I wouldn't go that far.
Got knocked upside the head. Together forever.
World champion. I think it's safe to say that's not the response Liv Morgan was expecting.
It's my brother, the one who's not wearing his shirt. Huh? I'm saying the one who's not wearing the shirt he's supposed to. Yeah, I wonder why. You wore it.
I told you I wore that one. The one that's washed.
No,
That's the one that I wore.
No, you
Yes, it
didn't.
is. That's why it's washed.
Yeah, so what? But that was in the pile, so of course it was washed.
Exactly. If it was dirty, it'd be in the pile.
You only wore it like once to the store, and then you never wore it again because you claimed it was too big, so that's why.
In a fatal four-way match here on Monday Night Raw. Sheamus, Rusev, and Big Bronson
Mommy's wearing her shirt.
Jey Uso live tonight. And the Queen of the Ring tournament continues.
And if she's not, she's just not wearing it because she's too hot. Yeah. But if she's cold, she'll wear it.
Tonight, the final fatal four-way. As 10 people care.
Yeah, she's come back tonight.
Ivy Nile and a returning Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, next. Woo-hoo!
Yay.
And let's not waste any time.
Stephanie Becky. What will your interaction be like with Asuka? Ooh, her horns are glittery with a little bit. Oh, she has a. I forgot what they're called, but they're these jewelry that you make your nails sharp. It's like silver nails that you could just put on your thumbs. But you can wear them like little thumb rings, whatever they're called. But she's wearing them at the edge of the horn.
Superstar in the entire game, be it male or female, can Pikay continue her momentum into the next round of the Queen of the Ring? We're gonna find out. We also have the return of Asuka live on Netflix.
Great. You guys want to do a little spot?
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching up teams for fun.
Hooray! And I'm also wearing my little DIY baby earring that I made out of the little trinket gifts that the creator of my cosplay tale for Queen Beelzebub, he included some little trinket toys, and this baby doll was one of them, and I made it into an earring.
First hockey
What?
game. And then before
Yeah.
you know it, you're watching hers.
Huh?
At Credit One Bank,
Okay.
we believe having the credit rewards with little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
Get 5%
Okay, I'll be there in a sec.
everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
For adults with obesity, Zepbound means change.
Yeah, that was a pretty good promo by Liv and Io. Yeah, that's great because of course they're getting Liv back in the title picture, but I doubt she's gonna get there very soon with her starting some new beef with, you know, Brie Bella, because I think the plan is to, well, I think the plan is because they're trying to get Brie Bella back too, and I think they already have, and the whole point of them being the Bella twins again is that they could, you know, steal the title from Liv or Raquel. So that's their plan, but who knows if they'll do either or first.
Nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include
because if Liv Morgan does get another title chance again, Nikki Bella might ruin that. Nikki Bella might ruin that, and then she'll, like, you know, of course, be angry. All right, I will.
Right this second, or else it'll be going T minus 3, 2, 1. Gone.
You gone. Hi, Lala. How are you? I'm good. I was about to have dinner.
Jersey's just built different.
I better take off these gloves because they make your hands hot after a while. But I'll put them back on after I'm done eating.
WWE SummerSlam, August 2nd and 3rd. Individual event tickets on sale Wednesday, with pre-sale tomorrow. Tuesday combo tickets on sale now. Ladies and gentlemen, individual event tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. JETS on Saturday, August 2nd, and Sunday, August 3rd. On sale this Wednesday.
Dinner. Baked chicken and paro.
Tomorrow, June 17th. Combo tickets are on sale right now. Yeah, things have not been going the way of Liv Morgan, so hopefully Raquel behind it can put a smile on her face tonight.
Where's my drink? I'm about to get it in a second. I know why Raquel had to have a music change, but I kind of prefer, like, you know, her other one better because it just had that little, you know, guitar, that little Spanish guitar acoustic at the start, and then, you know, then it did a remix. No, I won't marry you, but I'll gladly take the ring because hell, why the hell would I ever say no to jewelry?
In her own sort of way, but she picked up the win, much as Sabrina Liv Morgan, and she said to Liv later on, well, hey, at least someone knows when they picked up the win.
Roxanne came out and challenged Io to get Liv upset to continue the rivalry. I don't think she cares all that much about Io's guy. She's more concerned about Roxanne stealing Dom from her than she is of the opportunity she's stealing. At least from what I've seen so far, because sure, she stole the Queen of the Ring thing from her, but she didn't really steal it. She just stopped her from getting pinned. How would she? It would have been worse if she pinned Liv Morgan to do that and say, like, would you rather have me pin you or Kairi pin you? Then that would have been a matter. Ooh, she's using her old music. I love this music better. I forgot the lyrics a little bit. It's been so long since I heard it, but I'm so glad she's using her old music and not the other one. Cause I like her other one too, but this is her original one, and I always liked her original better. Has your makeup changed, or do you have a new kind of pattern? Oh, okay, it's kind of new. Okay, it's kind of new, but I'll always miss the liner on her eyes. It was always the best. I think, frankly, it's because I'm not really a fan of, a full face paint. I just like casual face paint on you. But she definitely went over the top because she has it all around her collarbone area. And I've seen this makeup trend a ton on TikTok where they paint your whole face black and then paint it white so it can look like a doll, like, face cracking. But that's really cool. The only reason I'm just not too keen on it is just because I don't like, full face paint. But otherwise, that's really nice work. And nice color usage to match her hair because she always has, colors that matches her hair, split colors that she always has.
Fighting out on Smackdown as she takes on Jade Cargill in the other semifinals in the women's division. I'm sorry, that'll be next week on Monday.
Yes, welcome back.
Fighting out on Smackdown is Bliss in the middle of this match.
Welcome back, Asuka-san.
I wasn't excited about the prospect of these
I like
two
her.
locking horns. Here we go, mid-ring.
I like her kind of like Julia take on her pants. She kind of took a little from Julia's book and did the half short and one half short, half long jeans, of course. But unlike Julia, who has it split open on the front area of your hips, she has it just on one side.
Look at the power of Raquel. Raquel Rodriguez, a ton of confidence as of late, dominating now.
Laundry, fighting dirty.
But one thing maybe she'll wear it another time, but only this time. She's just trying a new style, so that's why she's not having it today. But I love the little thong thingy that she had on top of her, bottom piece of her bikini. She always had a little reflective patch to make it look like she's wearing a thong over panties, but it wasn't real. But I always love that feature.
Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
I'm not trying to ignore you. I just don't understand Spanish that much. No hable el español that much.
Hey, did you find the manual?
Yes, of course I found it.
I know some stuff, and the only stuff I can respond to in English.
Summon Dale!
Who's Dale?
A real human.
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone.
I'm just gonna get started now.
Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back.
Fix it over video chat with American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
They don't know the first thing about you. Or Walmart Plus. Like that Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. Free delivery on these apples and this shirt.
Yeah. How else would I get free delivery on this air mattress and these blankets? Who knew?
Gentlemen, have you been sleeping here again? Go home. No, not that home. Your home. Go home. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Money's always costing money. But when you get the Cashapp card and direct deposit at least $300 each month, you're good. In this economy, we can waive that ATM fee. And when distractions happen, and all of a sudden, you've overdrafted. We can give you
I'm just not eating because I'm waiting for it to get cold because it's super hot.
Still a million miles away. Your savings are still working for you with 4% interest.
Goldberg returns. Yeah, that's the plan for Gunther as far as I know. They're trying to lead up that match that was teased a while ago, where Goldberg and Gunther, they teased that a while ago, but they never went through with it, at least like, you know, as soon as they should have.
We're really good cheerleaders. Every year the talent gets better and better and better. There's 100 more girls who would love to do this.
But it's just that the problem is that whenever Goldberg shows up, it's always great, but his skill doesn't show for it. And I know it's because he's getting old, duh. But at least when superstars come out of retirement, they have to show some of their skills.
And again, this is a final first-round matchup of the Queen of the Ring.
Because it didn't work out really that well for Brock Lesnar and Goldberg.
The semifinals. The other semifinal on Monday Night Raw next week. Roxanne Perez and Jade Cargill. Shoulders down and a kick out. And now Stephanie McCare starting to pick it up, Corey.
And suplex by the Chilean-born superstar.
What is it that makes Stephanie so dangerous?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, Stephanie is an incredibly well-rounded competitor. She can handle her business on the mat. She can fly when necessary. She's incredibly tough, and above all, Pikay is extremely confident. Stephanie understands just how good she is.
Stephanie with a meteor in the corner now to Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh!
A dragon screw, and thank goodness for Asuka. It was the good knee.
Yeah, it might be time to call the doc back and look at getting the other knee done. Here comes Ivy Nile. McCare,
back suplex by Stephanie McCare.
The Dark Angel beginning to roll. You see that $1 million smile on the face of the Dark Angel.
I'm not sure if you could do this justice for Booker T.
I wouldn't even try.
McCare into the devil's kiss.
And Raquel playing spoiler for the entire WWE Universe.
And a five-time current tag team champion Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Taking over. She has won a fatal four-way in her career. We're going to do so again tonight. Is taken out by McCare. And Rodriguez is going to suffer a devil's kiss.
Now my wig won't get ruined.
This supersized attempt, but Rodriguez just too strong.
Yeah, the powerful Raquel with McCare up on her shoulders. Asuka, that's into a big kick by Rodriguez.
Around we go.
Raquel taking Rodriguez over the top rope.
Oh.
At least momentarily, now Raquel.
On the ropes. Oh, on the side. These guys bind.
WWE fans get what they want.
Oh, Rodriguez just had her face rearranged, courtesy of the Devil's Kiss from the Dark Angel. La Primera lining up Rodriguez.
And a springboard cross body.
Guys on Asuka.
Asuka back into the mix now.
Looking for the Asuka lock, which could spell trouble for McCare.
The wrestler down the mat, wrap the legs. McCare fighting back though.
And it speaks to the high level of technical ability, grappling game of Stephanie McCare. Able to ward off the Asuka lock, at least for the moment, until Nile delivers a kick right in the grill.
And again, you mentioned this earlier, the maturity and the growth now of Ivy Nile coming in there and taking advantage when the other two grapplers were in trouble.
Every little window of opportunity, Nile has done her best to capitalize upon.
Just caught her. Didn't get all of it, however. Drives Ivy back to the ropes. Asuka now. Oh! Little hip attack that time around.
Inside cradle by Nile.
Win and a kick out at two.
Was that a textbook example? Bridging German suplex.
For the win. Asuka kicks it two.
Ivy now can't let herself get frustrated right now. Ivy understands just how close she was to advancing in this tournament. She needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, Ivy Nile with a huge opportunity here.
And so I purchased one of those little J-pop concert light sticks. So that's gonna be my new gimmick. Like, you know, on my channel, I'm going to have a light stick, and I'll change it to the color depending on which superstar I'm rooting for.
Help. There's crunch in my Skittles and I'm feeling...
But if you want to cheer for me, my colors will always be red, white, and purple. Because those are the colors I wear the most. Well, maybe not. I'm lying. Maybe if my cheering color could be red, white, and green. I wish I could have a black color, but there's no such thing as a black light stick color. At least I think.
How do you know if it's the right car for you? Ooh, the most steel ratings in complete vehicle history for car gurus. That's how. Boom.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I find other things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Parents menu. It's all $6.99.
Why are you whispering? We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Prepare for the unexpected. So do we. True Work builds workwear offering technical performance fabrics and an integrated workwear system. So you can perform at your best. Work wonders. True Work.
If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Oh, run payroll.
Neon purple. No, I wish it could be purple, but I don't wear purple as much.
Can I run payroll too? Choose payroll without.
I wish I had more Kuromi outfits so I can use purple.
The Wi-Fi is booming like a
XW can IPO.
Green, inside, please. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Well, everyone who knows a boom when they see it is going to want to.
The Wi-Fi's booming.
The world will know you as pop stars. But you will be much more than that. You will be dear hunters.
Let's get battle ready. You think we're just going to let you steal our fans? You're going to have to fight us.
Hi there. That K-pop Demon Hunter movie looks kind of cool, but I'm not familiar with most of the K-pop stars in there, except for Gio.
To battle Alexa Bliss in the next round. Power being stacked.
Raquel Rodriguez with Nyla Valkyria on her shoulders. Asuka now from the top rope. Drop kick.
Incredible.
All four women down.
Can the Empress of Tomorrow capitalize?
Massive matchup for Asuka. First one in 13 months as she delivers this missile drop kick in that first match.
Hi there, Talents, I remember you, and I hope by something else you mean in a good way, because I doubt this is the first time you see me wear stuff like this.
Kicks. This is vintage Asuka here.
Striking machine.
Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank contract winner, four-time world champion, four-time tag team champion. Asuka taking the fight to Raquel
New look?
Rodriguez.
No. These are occasional looks for me, and what I could be wearing on my own time. For those new on this channel, I'll always wear edgy or J fashion.
Right to the midsection. Niall suffers one as well. And Asuka's rolling. Waistlock, Niall missed wildly.
Hi there. Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, because I'm like, there's no way you can be this, like, surprised.
And the talent in the ring right now is incredible.
And what we're seeing out of Stephanie Pikay is so difficult. Her ability to remain calm in the heat of battle.
Asuka now measuring Stephanie Valkyria yet again. Two international superstars.
Asuka, one of the greatest of all time.
No doubt.
Stephanie Pikay showing absolutely no fear. Certainly a professional respect, but this is what it's all about.
Reversal. Valkyria said it in the
I said before, I don't like being.
For all of her experience. I don't know if the Dark Angels ever experienced.
I don't like avocado
quite
either.
like Asuka.
Number head punch to Asuka.
And we don't have none anyway.
Oh, no fear.
Thank you, it's my favorite wig.
Asuka caught her. What a collision. Now Vaquero to the other side with a knee. And what a matchup to kick off Monday Night Raw tonight. So much on the line.
We've got a King of the Ring fatal four-way.
And my mom gave me more meat than I needed because she gave me a third one. I'm just gonna eat these two and put the third one back.
And Stephanie taking her time, measuring Asuka, back to her feet. Asuka to the corner, Vaquero over the top, rolls through. Front kick drops Asuka.
From London.
Yeah, favoring the right knee that she tweaked.
Glorious.
Play as this match progresses. Double underhook by Vaquero as Asuka straight up. Oh!
Well, I'm too American.
And Stephanie Vaquero, that slight hesitation there may have cost her.
I'm too American for that. I'm just playing. I'll never be too American. But I just never been fond of those.
Still see Stephanie heavily favoring the right knee. We're going to muscle up Ivy now, perhaps with the SVB backbreaker.
That's how she won last week. If Vaquero, kick right to the face.
Stupid lipstick stain on cups.
Rodriguez with a big boot.
Raquel now out here for style points.
And now Rodriguez
AEW or WWE. If you want me to watch AEW, then good luck. Yeah, I should have guessed. Rhea Ripley. Well, what do you expect, bitch? You ruined my chance, so I'm gonna ruin you. Yeah, I kind of forgot about those two, but either way, I can see why they'll probably do Liv Morgan versus Io again first. I'm not a gothic. Yeah, I look grunge. There's a distinction. If you want to say punk rock, that's like a better term. Wow, Asuka really won. I'm surprised Stephanie didn't win. I like that little Oni graphic you have on your tank right there. What else? A tug job? Sure. Just find me a truck and I'll tie up the gas pedal and it'll go. I'll wrap it around and then hopefully that'll prevent me from having to touch that ever again.
This Queen of the Ring tournament. How you feel and tell me what's the plan from here?
The fire!
I used to watch wrestling in the 80s, but NWO is still my favorite. I was probably still my daddy's left nut when all that happened. Yeah, I was. I definitely was. You want me to take you to a wrestling match? Sure, just give me the ticket. Just give me the ticket so I and not you can go.
Well, this coming up Friday night on Smackdown, the first of the semifinals.
Alexa Bliss and Asuka, they used to be in a tag team together, so I wonder how that interaction will be.
Champions together, and now they have to battle it out for a berth in the finals in the Queen of the Ring.
You've got something as coveted as the Queen of the Ring and the guaranteed title opportunity that comes with it. The past maybe will be a million years ago.
Well, the What's Your Story podcast is hosted by WWE icon Stephanie McMahon, with new episodes debuting every other week. This past week's guest is Egyptian illusionist Chris Angel. Download What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon on all audio platforms and watch on WWE YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event last week was a classic. Gunther versus Jey Uso, the World Heavyweight Championship.
Grunge fashion is basically like punk rock, but
At WrestleMania, Jey Uso tapped out Gunther. Tonight,
it's more of a street style, like very oversized stuff, and very oversized stuff, whether it's cargo pants or tanks, oversized t-shirts, jackets, hats like these. Weird aesthetic jewelry that I'm wearing, like this baby earring that I made.
you see Jey Uso vaping his midsection. Gunther realizes Uso's wounded, and he's waiting to take out his prey.
What kind of guy do I like? Not ones who show up on my stream just because they want to be a thirsty ass simp.
Is the new World Heavyweight Champion. The Ring General Gunther is here live on Netflix.
Am I sure I'm not emo? I am sure, because I love other fashions too, like Lolita and pastel pink and Gyaru.
Best TV personality? Top 1,000.
I plan on showcasing them all on the channel, so if you stick around here, I'll showcase all J fashion so you can know what kind of aesthetics they look like. Because on Easter, I did a Decora fashion. A little bit of Decora, because I can't do a full Decora. I just can't, because it just takes too much money and too much time to do. And also, it makes your head hurt. So, yeah, I only did a slight Decora. But I did Decora and a little bit of half Y2K. Hi, Bradley.
Get weight loss results that last with Wegovy through Hims. Start today at hims.com.
Total Wireless, we got your back every day. Others, not so much. Just look at the facts. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket guaranteed with one line when you keep the phone and number fast.
I don't know what that means, but anyway.
Guarantee prepaid. Facts. We run on America's most reliable 5G network. They don't because it's 50%.
Oh,
We've got you covered. Get the facts and switch to Total Wireless.
Yeah, a little weird. I'm only weird because I'm self-aware. Probably only weird to you because I'm self-aware.
Nobody cares what you think.
Doveman care.
Exactly. Thank you to say louder.
Like this.
You weird.
Yes.
This Friday, kick off your summer with
He called you black. That's how weird he is.
You call me black?
Yeah, he called you black. That's how weird he is.
designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances.
Let's do it.
How many subscriptions do you have?
Probably just Netflix and Spotify.
He's still
Alright,
watching
it's
them,
saying
right?
you have
Yes,
13
exactly.
subscriptions, which is costing you around $270 a month.
The app is telling you.
I wanted to
Shows you
win.
all your
Yeah, I was
expenses in one
surprised she
place, and
didn't.
it can
But
even help you
other,
create a budget, which I think
but I don't
we
care.
need.
Asuka can use this to make a comeback. That's like, you know, the okay reason why I found that fine. Hi, Soundwave. Thank you for joining again. I'm glad you're here because I said thank you on the last stream for the donation you gave me on Cashapp, but you weren't here. So finally you're here so I can thank you in person now. Thanks for the donation of $35. And I plan on doing like something special on when I reach 2K. I just haven't figured out what it is, and it's kind of like all over the place.
WWE's social channels. You got the SummerSlam kickoff show Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern live from New York City.
How are you doing today? Fighting on Raw?
Then on Sunday,
There are lots of people fighting on Raw.
it's the Canelo Alvarez.
Ask him if he wants to play Yeah, this is stuff like this that'll get you away from my streams. So watch your mouth because
in New York City this weekend.
you better not compare my brother to P. Diddy. But the fact that you want to compare yourself to P. Diddy, or you're trying to, then that's the problem right there.
Sis, medical isn't exactly clear the plan for what I can do today.
I guess I'll go handle it myself then.
Hey, what do you got? Oh, no. Just before you go. Remind me again why you got on my show AJ Styles? Because I thought you knew that me and Finn were going after the tag titles.
Yeah, but you know, AJ's been breathing down my neck. He's coming after my title, and you know, just take care of him, and then next week you can go back to the tag titles. Promise.
Yeah, I'm sure I know. Don't worry. I'll be out there tonight to get your back and make sure everything goes smooth, all right?
Actually, Finn,
Is it a popular anime on your cut-off sleeve shirt? It's an oversized tank, and no, this is just anime aesthetic. It's not from an anime or nothing. It's just a graphic anime illustration.
I think you're right. I think I should stay back here and help them before.
Who's my favorite fighter in WWE? It's Rhea Ripley.
You make sure everything goes.
Again.
Alright, out of your name. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, that's it.
Hey, Mikhail, don't worry about what Liv will say. I think we're going to be great, okay?
Thanks, friend.
And you know, speaking about great, Roxanne, I know Liv said she wants to handle things herself, but hear me out. I got me.
You're gonna help her anyway. Cause you think she needs the help. Oh, Raquel, if you really cared, you would stop those two, but you probably don't care. Which is a good thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Goldberg. Corey, Gunther tapped out to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. He was embarrassed and humiliated by that. It stuck in his craw for 2 straight months. And he did what he promised he was going to do last week. Went back to world title.
I'm going to recommend you don't bring those facts up any longer because unlike your other partner, I'm not going to cover your ass.
I didn't think you would.
Gunther has vowed to restore the World Heavyweight Championship to its sacred status. We are seeing the Ring General at his finest. Sure, there was a few-month rough patch, but Gunther endured and is now back at the top of the mountain where he so belongs.
He did say on social media that it was clear to him that Jey Uso doesn't have
Scale of 1 to
the
10, 7.
He said, I am on top of the world as long as I lace up my boots.
My favorite is The Undertaker and The Rock.
Professional wrestler.
The Undertaker, I definitely understand. The Rock is more or less because I was hardly around when The Rock was active, except for the one time he came back to have that rivalry with John Cena. Please. Damn it, Mom.
Just looks right, doesn't it?
No, it don't.
Celebration, big fit with the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Thank you, Soundwave. You used to wrestle. That's cool. So did my brother. Not professionally, just back in high school. How would it be if Goldberg came out tonight? But I don't think so. They're gonna give him opponent on this roster.
At WrestleMania.
I don't know who's going to win because we don't know his first opponent yet. I remember World Champ first match. He was a PD wrestler, and now they just have him talk. Yeah, I did see some past Gunther matches when he was still in indie wrestling, and I did see the comparison. And I'm like, oh wow.
He was the bellman for one night. Because on every other single night, I am untouchable. And I know,
and if you're hoping for a lucky look at my skirt, don't bother because I'm wearing safety shorts. Suck my imaginary dick curves.
No, definitely not that guy. I cussed him out in front of his family. He learned his lesson. I don't care what rumors. I care about the reality. The reality is that Seth Rollins holds the Money in the Bank contract, and I got what he wants. So Seth, let me talk directly to you. A few weeks ago, you said to me, when I win your World Heavyweight Championship back,
if you find a way to completely smooth out the Middle East, I'm not going to marry you.
Target, I want to make it very easy for you. I am right here.
Oh hell, I was right. I heard.
Don't waste no more time.
I was totally right. I heard the music on my mom's TV, that's why it was early, but fuck, I didn't think it would be this early. I thought it would be literally next month we would have to wait. But Goldberg is back, and we had that match finally, and this will be most likely his retirement match. You should have respect for me, because if you don't, what does that say? What does that say about your luck with women? Or anybody, for that matter. If you haven't seen it before, check Winter versus Ilya Dragunov hard-hitting match. I never saw that before.
Thank you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he fought AJ Styles one time in indie wrestling.
Don't be confused, Gunther.
His knees are bad. Yeah, I know. That's the thing I always say when it comes to Goldberg coming out like, you know, to do like, you know, one-timer matches, and I'm like, yes, it's great that he's here, but he's getting too old for this shit, so his fighting skills doesn't like, you know, it doesn't make up for like, you know, his return.
Tell you how proud I was of you. You know what though? One thing, before I go, a few months ago, you started something with me and my family in Atlanta, Georgia. And I am gonna make sure that I end it in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, he's come back mad times. But I would say the most time that he came back was around 2019 to 2020. As far as returning, like, you know, in now time, he just made an appearance last year and of course now.
Oh yeah! Champion! July 12th is 3 weeks from Saturday.
Hi from Romania.
Saturday night, main event. And it's only appropriate. It's in Atlanta.
With Brock Lesnar, yeah. Yeah, it was both Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley who had the most runs with him back in 2019 through 2020, but he lost both of those matches, and it's because he couldn't fight well. And even though we all love Goldberg's returns, it's always great to see him like all together. His fighting skills doesn't like, you know, make him like, you know, good enough to match. I'm not trying to sound rude or anything. I'm just saying it because it's true. Gunther versus Goldberg at Saturday Night Main Event. Yeah, that's the only logical thing to do right now, because I cannot see that match being a pay-per-view match again, because as far as why those matches were failures, have them being on pay-per-view was why. And Saturday Night Main Event is not a pay-per-view, it's an underground match that's just televised, so that's the only way I could see, like, you know, Goldberg managing to pull this off. But then again, maybe they won't, because this will probably be his retirement match, so they want to do it respectfully.
Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan.
Need a little help? We got help. Need some advice?
You ain't gonna marry me. Oh, come on, we got a lot in common. Watching wrestling for years.
Thousands of professional parts people.
Yeah, you make a compelling argument, and even more of a reason why we shouldn't get married, and you should stop trying, because you're wasting your breath, your time, and your dignity. I don't know about AJ Styles, because as far as I know, he got a thing with Karrion Kross, but otherwise he hasn't been doing much of
When you get
lately.
the Cashapp card and direct deposit at least $300 each month, you're good. We can wait
Goldberg should have just come back for those Lesnar matches. It would have been great. He did not need Alicia matches afterwards. But he lost in Brock Lesnar's match, and most would say that was kind of better than Bobby Lashley's match, and I kind of agree with that on a sense. Like, I don't know why. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as Bobby Lashley and Goldberg's run was. So, yeah. Why don't I need to marry? Because I don't need to marry a bunch of streamer simps. not the problem. I just don't need to marry streamer simps. I can marry somebody I actually know in real life and someone I actually like and care for.
Hey, what do you want to talk about?
I'm not trying to sound rude, but I kind of don't care in a sense when it comes to people flirting with me on here. I'll humor you, but I won't care for what you have to say.
Cocktail, completely American vodka. Cody's guest this week, Damian Priest. New episodes are available every Wednesday on WWE's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And I'll tell you what I want to talk about. What just happened moments ago right here on Raw.
Hi. When is my birthday? My birthday is January 4th. January 4th, 2001.
Well, we can now confirm it has been made official. July 12th, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Saturday night's main event.
I thought it would be a little more special, but I guess this is fair.
Gunther will defend his title against the WWE Hall of Famer, the one and only Goldberg. And ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity to experience the non-stop excitement in Atlanta at both Saturday night's main event and Evolution.
What's my favorite wrestler? It's Rhea Ripley.
Partner of WWE. Unrivaled access, unmatched service, and unforgettable experiences.
Capricorn, January 2nd. That's cool. I forgot. There's someone I know whose birthday is January 2nd too, but I forgot to.
I'll tell you what, I am still buzzing. Corey, I cannot wait for the opportunity.
But my niece's birthday is January 12th.
Goldberg, 3 weeks Saturday. I'm still buzzing just from being ringside. I thought the roof was going to come off the Resch Center. Unbelievable. Goldberg returns and he's gunning for the ring jump. Goldberg, a current Hall of Famer. No doubt this man is a future Hall of Famer.
Here's AJ Styles. Yeah, I kind of forgot he was in the match with JD, and I saw the watermark earlier.
There's so much to talk about in this matchup tonight. First, let's talk about AJ Styles. He'd love to win a second Intercontinental Championship in his career. And Dominic Mysterio got himself in trouble here, Corey. He ran his mouth to Styles a number of times, and now AJ Styles is
Are you gonna? Is Roxanne Perez going to help Dominic win when they look like they're about to lose? My birthday is in December. That's cool. Christmas time, babies. My favorite male wrestler it's a top 2 with Dominic and it's a top 2. Well, top 3. I'm just like canceling out Seth Rollins right now because of his gimmick, but normally I would put Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, and Dominic as my top 3.
It's a full-time gig for Dirty Dom. I saw him in the barber chair today.
I just put Seth Rollins down on the list because of his gimmick being stupid right now.
Lined up, keeping that mustache tight, Michael Cole. AJ Styles, JD McDonough. First time these two men have ever met one-on-one.
Gunther versus Goldberg seems good on paper, but to your point, his last matches at Survivor Series and Royal Rumble, yes, that's the only reason that anyone would have it, like, you know, to have their doubts and concerns about this match, because I know for a fact that he's not going to win, but
a tremendous heart resilience as well.
He's not going to like showcase it well either, and that's like, you know, salt on the wound when it comes to matches that you know someone's gonna lose, but at least look good losing it. That's always the problem that I have with people who I know will lose, but just at least look good losing it. Show your talent and your skill and make some highlight moments.
And now JD McDonough gonna stack
Don't
up
just
AJ.
like, you know, hope for the best that your popularity and clout will count for something, because it doesn't all the time.
And look at this. That scissor escape by McDonough. And McDonough now
I think Seth
in control. AJ
cashes in
Styles
on
beat Chad
Punk and
Gable
Cena.
last
I
week
don't
in a
know.
classic
That's
matchup
really
on Monday Night
that's really
Raw.
been
Nice
the talk
bridge out of this
lately.
on McDonough, at least momentarily. Now you see that oversized cranium.
Because on one side, Seth Rollins always says that he wants to get the title that he made back, which is the one that Gunther has right now. So he said he would cash in on that, but John Cena cash in would be more arguably better because it's John Cena, so that's why.
His last few years, however long that run may be, is at the top of the game.
Well, that's one of the things that Dominic is.
Gunther is too much of a beast. He's not my favorite, but I respect the work he puts in. He's really good, yeah. And from you kind of look like Jeff Hardy, kind of.
Applauding his Judgment Day stablemate.
I guess so, but the difference between me and Jeff Hardy is he has real piercings, and he also has a lot of tattoos on his face. I don't have any tattoos. He has all tattoos around his neck and arms. I don't have any of those. These aren't even real piercings. These are just piercings I glued on my face.
And look at Dominic forcing the rope toward his partner, and
I bought them because I bought these fake piercings because I thought they would look good, not only for aesthetic purposes, but for the Queen Beelzebub cosplay. Because I've seen a lot of people use like these fake piercings on Queen Beelzebub cosplays, and I thought that's kind of not bad. It's like very subtle.
This is a mistake by Styles, taking his eye off the goal. He nods. Robert Dominic's arm.
AJ Styles.
Told ya.
Come on, JD. I worry about you every time you lunge yourself after what you did. Oh dear. See, yeah, just like that. Come on. He knocked his head again, but this time he protected himself a little bit. But still, like, you would think he would learn his lesson. What if my hero Brock Lesnar faced John Cena? I would love a John Cena versus Brock Lesnar run again. That was like one of my best times I remember as a kid back in 2012. And when John Cena won, that was really cool.
A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars.
Yeah, you gotta admit, LA Knight got more skills than Dom. Yeah, definitely. And especially when it comes to mic skills. That's like, you know, no contest because they don't even let Dominic speak. But I just love LA Knight more for his mic skills than his fighting skills. But he has good fighting skills. It's just that I like when he talks on the mic. It's always either funny or like shady.
Deep down, you've always had something special.
You guys thought it was real? No. I had fake piercings on most of my edgy fashion before. It was just a ring. I had a lip ring on before, but it doesn't fit me very properly, and that's kind of the point because it's a fake one. But still, I wish you could tighten it. If you were able to tighten this lip ring, it would look real, but it doesn't. It just slides everywhere.
You're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
I'm not Jeff Hardy, and I don't want to be Jeff Hardy. I can't be Jeff Hardy anyway because I never drank before in my life, so.
And as for you, I recommend a journal. Practice using your words instead of your fists. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
He got a a little bit. He got a little bit of the Rock vibes. Super funny, especially when he roasted Jacob. Oh man, I was dying. I rewatched it. Yeah.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan and Morgan. For over 30 years, our fights have been against giants.
My favorite LA Knight speech was at like I'm probably biased, but my favorite LA Knight promo was at the Bray Wyatt tribute show when he spoke about him, because it was just so special, because LA Knight was really and literally Bray Wyatt's last opponent, and the fact that they made him talk about it as if they always fought each other for like years, but still acknowledge that we only did it one time. That was like really special.
I'm going to write this down because you just gave Dom credit. So I also have a question about the Judgment Day, and you've been watching.
And the fact that they made LA Knight fight Finn Balor. Finn Balor was Bray Wyatt's first opponent at the feed, and LA Knight, the last person Bray Wyatt ever fought ever. That was special all in itself.
You've got Dirty Dom, the reigning Intercontinental Champion. Everybody should be stoked about that. Unfortunately, for a superstar the caliber of Finn Balor, that may mean less opportunity. That's why it's of the utmost importance for JD McDonough to come out here, get the job done against AJ Styles, and then the Judgment Day as a unit can move forward.
I'll never be truly over Bray Wyatt, passing, but I always love rewatching that tribute show from time to time, because it's really, it was like, as small as it was still nice, because they probably could have done a lot more at the tribute show, and they probably did. It's just that it was so last minute. That's why it didn't, it didn't, have that much excitement that it could have had, but I'm sure they wanted to.
And a kick out. I haven't heard that in years. Deep cut for you.
You mean Finn Balor? As of right now, yeah.
JD McDonough.
I don't drink or smoke either.
AJ taking his time, surveying the situation.
Creative being in there. Someone created trust. Yeah, it is. Tell me something about Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman now.
Here's the problem Dominic has.
What? Other than their partnership was one of the best. I say one of the best because honestly, I always preferred Brock and Paul Heyman rather than Roman and Paul Heyman, but I guess there's not necessarily a bad promo that Paul Heyman ever had. Arguably, it's just that there will always be the argument of who was better with Paul Heyman. But I'll say Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar's a very iffy subject to talk about because he's still dealing with legal allegations that are still currently happening, and I haven't heard any updates about that. But as far as Brock Lesnar goes, his daughter's doing well. She won the championship in her wrestling tournament at her college, and Brock Lesnar was really happy about it. But I can't take her seriously because it literally it's a splitting image of Brock Lesnar with lipstick on, and I'm like, wow. I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but damn.
Taking a second to reposition.
What do you do for fun and on your free time? I do lots of things. I dance, I draw, I game, I edit, I sing,
Take down by Styles.
I babysit.
And quickly, Styles clash was way better last week. The Styles.
Who's my greatest in mic skill? I'm not sure. There's lots of people that have been good on the mic, but I said before, LA Knight has had such great mic skills. And as much as it kills me to say, so did CM Punk, but you guys know my opinions on CM Punk. And for those who don't, I like him, but to a certain extent. I don't like CM Punk's ego, but I like his heart. Because if you didn't know yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, he was in the No Kings protest in Chicago, and I'm like, at least, like, you know, as much as I hate CM Punk's ego, he has his heart and his morals in the right place. And that's what I always appreciate about him. And that's the difference between why I'll never hate CM Punk as much as I do Logan Paul.
And JD as well. Styles is surrounded. Here they come. And AJ Styles.
Good morning. Time difference.
Winning the Judgment Day. He's not the Intercontinental Champion.
Put their stuff as sanity in your brow. What kind of game do I like to play? I play really on my own time is either DS games on the Delta app or Sims 3 on my Xbox 360 that's right in front of me, and Apex Legends on my Switch.
The Intercontinental Champion.
He did, don't get me wrong, but he's always said he came back for money, but he's a baby face for now. That gets me confused a little, but all those like, you know, all those like, you know, assumptions and like, you know, characteristics are totally out of the window because he's been gone that long, and that could change instantly. Whatever his character was before can be changed instantly when and if he comes back.
Sheamus! Kick his ass.
Nice hat, Natalia. I really like that cowboy hat.
First matchup tonight. Meanwhile, Bayley returned for last week for the first time being taken out before WrestleMania.
Oh, this again.
Bayley's here live on Netflix.
Oh my goodness, why do they keep teasing it like that? Just break up A-Town down already. Now I'm eager to know what do you mean when you say I don't like CM Punk's ego. He's cocky, that's all. And I hate cocky people, especially when they're cocky in real life. That's the only thing that always drew me away from CM Punk. And but I always said his morals are in the right place. Like he knows when he's taking it too far or not. Unlike Logan Paul, who will just say stuff and he don't care who it affects.
A lot of ring. We're teaming
as long as he's getting clout.
to give you unlimited premium wireless and the new Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI for $30 a month. Your friends will be green with envy.
He said that when he came back, but I get it.
So you can like the messages and do a proper group chat with any phone. Video that doesn't look like it was filmed on a brick.
Bayley washed up though. She's not washed up.
Frog is a liar.
Let me talk to you. Here at the Slim Jim Gym.
She is not washed up at all. That's like saying Becky is washed up because they came around the same time. So I like him because he's edgy and sharp on the tongue. Yeah, I get all those reasons why people would like him, but I'm not that type of person who could look past that.
Real American beer, a brand new national treasure.
Logan Paul, yes, boo to him.
Stuffed crust pizza
and people on this stream know that I drink Prime, but I always say I don't drink Prime for Logan Paul. I drink it for show speed because show speed is like, you know, half owner of Prime too. So I drink it for him. Fuck KSI, fuck Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul.
We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We used our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkled garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
This is phenomenal. Are you throwing away money on your car insurance?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Try Insurify. We help you compare quotes and save half on your car insurance.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to Insurify.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance. This July,
Bayley's supposed to get a new entrance theme. That's interesting, but most likely it'll be bad. And also, Seth Rollins is getting a new theme too, but he's not working with Def Rebel. He's working with a real artist, and I wonder, like, you know, what they'll make of that, because can a real artist do better than Def Rebel? I would probably say yes in a heartbeat, but you can never be really sure.
Well, WrestleMania is headed back to Las Vegas. Experience the non-stop excitement. WrestleMania
Paramore. Who's that? I don't know.
Hospitality partner of WWE.
Another rock band that I'm not familiar with. Because I wouldn't know crap about grunge or heavy metal like bands. Except for baby metal.
Sold out tonight in Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Live on Netflix and presented by Snickers. Live from the Press Center, which just so happens to be next door to the legendary Lambeau Field. And here representing the Green Bay Packers, safety Evan Williams. With his beautiful championship rep in Green Bay and Titletown. Here on Monday Night Raw.
They chatting. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining. See you. Come back soon if you want or can. This ain't new. This is her old theme. But maybe it's not now. Maybe it's later.
But it never happened. Because just before the show of shows, Becky Lynch attacked her, took her spot. Bayley would be out of action for 2 months.
Lied to me. They probably would change it because they change everyone else's music for no reason. Look at the Street Profits and Selena Vega. So.
Returned last week with an attack on Becky Lynch. Bayley a bit earlier today, she said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." I can't believe she actually spoke to you. She did. And then she realized it wasn't you, and she stopped.
Ding dong, Green Bay! It feels so amazing to be back. I miss you guys so much.
Army.
But we do have.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back, isn't it, Army?
Alright, we'll get there,
Hi there. I'm good. Thank you for the compliment.
Alright, you guys all know the classic quote, you don't know what you have till it's gone. But in this case, every time I step into this ring, I know exactly what I have. I know exactly what it feels like to step in here, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take those chants for granted. I don't take you guys singing my song for granted, because every single time I get an opportunity to be in front of you guys, I revel
Sing the
in
song,
it.
sing the song, everyone.
It's what I was born to do. This is what's most important to me. This is what I put my heart
Hey
and my soul
Bayley,
into.
I wanna know, would you be my girl?
And 2 months ago, I I was stripped of an opportunity.
Now, yeah, my man's gotta be out first before we can be whole. You mean Suga? Yeah, he's got like maybe a week left at that. But that'll go by in a flash. So we got it all taken care of.
A division that I hold near and dear to my heart. But luckily for me, I don't come in here day in and day out, Raw, Smackdown, NXT, every single day, losing sleep, putting my body on the line just for one night. I don't do it for the big moments. I don't do it for the championships. I don't do it only for WrestleMania. I do it for nights like tonight for people like you. So Becky Lynch, if you think you taking me out for WrestleMania hurt me, if you think it broke me, I want you to know that you're wrong, that it healed me, Becky, that it made me better, Becky, that it made me stronger.
Hi.
Now, I may have said in the past, hell, even right up to WrestleMania, how much it bothers me, how much you've been a chip on my shoulder, that you've always just been 2 steps ahead. You've always been just 2 rungs ahead, right up there, but I could never quite make it there. Yeah, that ate at me, Becky. But you know what? I'm climbing that ladder, Becky, and I'm coming straight for you, and I'm knocking you down, and I'm taking everything that you took from me, so you better get your ass out here right now.
Impassioned and fired up Bayley tonight.
Look behind you. Okay, I was like, I thought she was being attacked.
Here comes the man doing her best girl job. Decked down in Bears gear.
Nice. See, that's the kind of street Y2K I love to wear. I would love to wear.
She knocked off Lyra Valkyria during the championship.
Take off the jacket. I wouldn't keep the jacket on, but that sweatpants and like, you know, flowy tank is always a good street look. I like Bayley's fashion too, but I'm just not a fan of that colored leather. If she wore some black leather pants, I would love it more, but that's just the wrong shade of red. It's a burgundy red, and that's not a good color to wear with white. Hi, DP Vlogs. Jeez, someone wants my attention. Even though they're the only ones who said hi, and they should have known.
I've always been a chip on your shoulder. I've always been a chip on your shoulder. You and me were the same. We were never meant to be the top of this business, but you accept being second fiddle. I don't. Much like the Packers. You would always rather have your group of little friends than your legacy. I would always prefer to have my legacy than a group of fake-ass friends. Legacy? You want to talk about legacy, Becky? I built a legacy. I'm a future Hall of Famer if I do say so myself, right, Michael Cole? That's right, I built my legacy, and I'm so confident in my legacy that I don't mind help bringing along
Really gummy
You wanna
candy.
know the proof? When I took you out of WrestleMania and I walked out down that road,
I got Laffy Taffy. I don't usually eat these willingly, but I always been fond of the grape flavor and the strawberry flavor, so I'm glad he knows me enough to get the right flavor.
You sound like an idiot. Everybody can see and hear. These people can see and hear. You're so insecure, Becky. You are so worried about what they think. You took a whole year off and you were so worried whether they would boo you or whether they would cheer you that you had to take me out. You didn't know if they were going to care if you came back. You had to be a surprise. You took me out. And 24 hours later, it still didn't sit right with you. You probably couldn't sleep. And you had to take out Lyra too, because you couldn't hack it if they were going to boo you or cheer. They cheered for that too, didn't they? Yeah, they cheered for that too. Becky, do you even remember what it feels like to have to fight for everything, to have to fight for opportunities like WrestleMania, to have to fight for opportunities for a championship? Do you remember that? Or is your head too far up your ass that you just don't know what it's like anymore? No, actually, I don't remember what it's like. Do you remember what gold feels like?
If I could, I would didn't, because
I don't actually. Why don't you remind me?
You can't ask someone who's on their time of the month to share their snacks with you.
Get over here. Step to me.
It's just unlikely.
Step to me, huh? Oh, yeah, okay. Sit against the rope, say. I'm not gonna turn my back. Why don't you remind me what gold feels like? I ain't gonna turn my back to you, cause you're sneaky. But okay, you want a little match? You can have a little match, but not in Green Bay. Not for my title. See you in Columbus.
Jackass. Jackass, you are.
You know, Corey, from where I sit, Bayley made a lot of sense. Becky seems delusional. Perhaps she's losing confidence. Perhaps she's trying to prove to herself that she belongs where she is at this point in her career. I fully agree with you.
Head trying to fix your hair. You're dumb. Okay, please act like Bayley. I don't know how can I possibly do that. Just yell a lot? Just yell a lot and change my hair color?
Tell me, how important is tonight's heavyweight match for you?
It's very important, Kathy. Very important. I won my first heavyweight championship from him. I got his respect. He won the championship back from me. He got my respect. So as far as I take it, it's 1-1. He can look past Seth Rollins. He can look past Goldberg. But we're going to run it back, Kathy. You know what I'm saying? If that means going to King of the Ring tournament
This is
to
what
get
I
back
hate
my
about
World
Laffy
Heavyweight
Taffy. It's just so
Championship,
sticky
say less.
sometimes.
4 letters, 1 word.
Jey Uso is focused tonight, but he needs to go through that man, Bronson Reed, and Sheamus. Rusev is ready. It's our main event. It's the final men's matchup in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament tonight.
Kairi Zane. I'm sorry Dakota's not here to be with all of you guys though.
Kairi Zane missed a number of months earlier this year due to injury. She's returned in the best shape of her career, she said, and she's been on quite the hot streak. Kairi Zane's in action against Liv Morgan, live on Netflix.
For adults with obesity, Zepbound means change.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduling procedures with anesthesia.
Are there any Japanese wrestling channels? I am not
With
sure.
sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems.
When it comes to Japanese wrestling, I just follow the wrestlers themselves on Instagram. I follow, I think her name is Miyuki Pop, or something like that. I always liked her, and I know she can't be in WWE, but I always wish she could, because those stomps, including, like, you know, her J fashion in the ring, she's, if I ever became a wrestler, I won't, but if I ever did, I would wear fashion like hers in the ring, because she literally takes pride in the look cute and act cute gimmick, and then her moves are just as cute, because she does a cute spin in the air, and then she just grip locks the head with her,
It's just like our new house.
with her legs, and then she just spins them back, like, to grab someone, like, you know, their head in midair like that. That's kind of cool.
If AHS can fix your comfort item, then replace it, no matter its age.
And the height that she has when she does that ground pound, she always has such tremendous height. That's scary, and that's scary to think about if you actually saw it, but it just looks like, you know, she's just very good at jumping.
Plus double crunch shrimp and riblets, all served unlimited for just $15.99.
You don't love me,
at Applebee's.
but I'll humor you.
Best NYC is back and coming in hot. Stack your WWE superstar appearances too legendary to miss. Friday through Sunday at the Javits Center. Tickets
I
on
heard
sale now at
WWE is
fanaticsfest.com.
considering signing Mr. Iguana, and I'm so excited for that, because that's the one lucha wrestler that I loved when I watched AAA. Worlds Collide. That's the one wrestler I was really fond of.
With their favorite superstars, including John Cena and CM Punk, among others, will be live as they get ready for WWE's biggest event of the summer at MetLife Stadium. You can catch the SummerSlam kickoff either live in person or by watching on the WWE social media channels. And then on Sunday at 1:30 Eastern, it's the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford press conference ahead of one of the biggest boxing events of all time. Head to fanaticsfest.com to buy your tickets to the
I forgot about that
Sports Fan Festival coming to Javits Center in New York City.
And so, speaking of Fanatics Fest, it looks like my brother won't go to Fanatics Fest after all, so I'm going to take down the gold.
This.
I knew nobody would donate to that gold, but I still thought it was worth a try anyway. I never lose hope, you guys.
You have an opportunity to get this back permanently.
But
because it's been made official. Night of
my
Champions
Ko-Fi is still
was
available
AJ
nonetheless,
Styles
as well as my
versus Dominic
Cashapp.
Mysterio.
So if any of you want to donate anything to me, whether it's on my Ko-Fi or to me personally on Cashapp, my links are down below. Thank you for your donations and for your support in any of the future,
See, the way I see
whether it involves money or not.
At WrestleMania, Becky took a title match from you, so the way I see it, you're owed a title match. So next week, it's Bayley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
I knew it. You're funny. Yeah, there's a talk.
Oh, welcome back. And congrats congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, thanks. Look, I'm just trying to do what's best for me. And I'm sorry I didn't get back to your text messages or your calls. Like, that was a really rough 2 months. I wasn't getting back to anybody. Like, it's nothing personal, I promise.
No, I get it. It's not personal, you're just doing what's best for you. And just know if you win that title, I'll do what's best for me.
Well, two major news notes there, Corey. First, you heard Bayley and Becky Lynch next week live in Columbus, Ohio for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Then a week from Saturday Night of Champions, it will be AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Job well done by
It's in the
Nick Aldis.
description. I know I should probably, you know, have it on the live pin, but I always forget, so that's why I just have it on the description.
Recently, Liv has got a lot on her plate, perhaps a little too much. This is what.
Well, Liv injured herself? I think so. Referee Jessica Carr.
I don't have a computer, you guys, so that's why all the stuff that you're used to seeing on other live streams, I am non-accessible towards, so that's why. Like, my brother has a laptop, but it's not good. It's a really cheap
Point I was
laptop.
about to make. I mean,
So I can hardly do anything on there.
again, let's take a look at what happened here. Kairi Sane,
takedown by Zane. Ooh, the right shoulder. Liv might have dislocated her shoulder.
Yeah, we're going to find out. Doctor's over there with her now.
Liv dislocated her shoulder? Oh. I didn't even see how. But, dang, this always happens to Kairi. Like, why is everyone getting hurt around Kairi when she hardly did anything to any superstar? First Zoe Stark and now Liv Morgan. I'm like, she hasn't even touched them, but why are these superstars all of a sudden accident prone around Kairi Sane?
Dove Mint helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive when
Like
stress.
she's a curse or something.
Get comfortable, but not uncomfortable. Heyy changes everything.
Losing to last week's leftovers. Can't escape the doom scroll. Laundry, fighting dirty.
Bring the juice.
Bring the sticky taffy.
When every day feels like Monday, Minute Maid, bring the juice.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. 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 Let's go, boys. Come on.
Now everyone knows a boom when they see that it's going to warrant in.
Hello, boom.
Streaming paint down to Junk Xfinity.
I'm going to stream on 100 devices at once. Just because I can.
You crazy streaming paint.
I'm not just prioritizing my device. I'm shifting the paradigm. Stream me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
These pin on your nose make you look awesome. Thank you. I like wearing fake piercings when I wear edgy stuff like this.
The theme park owners did experimental work. Maybe only the worst ones here.
Survival is a long shot.
Jurassic World, rated PG-13, in theaters July 2nd.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here live on Monday Night Raw. Unfortunate situation moments ago in the match between Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane. It seemed to be, Corey, a normal takedown by Kairi Sane. It's just the way that Liv Morgan landed.
Yeah, certainly not something we would generally consider high risk, but here's another look in slow motion. Kairi with the single leg takedown. Watch Liv Morgan's right arm, particularly her elbow and shoulder area.
Damn, like now I see it,
All Liv was
but
trying
damn,
to do is protect
like
herself.
what
This
the
is
hell? Kairi
standard
Sane didn't do
procedure for any
like hardly
sports
anything.
entertainer.
That's
This is
normal. That's
reaction
just a.
from Liv Morgan trying to
That's
protect
just the
herself.
start.
Unfortunately, her body just appears to have given out on her in this instance. Again, Kairi Sane going to earn the victory.
I know accidents happen, but still, like, it's always around Kairi. That's just annoying.
Some medical personnel helping Liv to the back. She's favoring her right arm. Hopefully we'll get an update on Liv here in the next couple of minutes on Monday Night Raw. We had talked about it as well. It's been a rough go for Liv.
So Kairi's not fighting anyone now?
Unfortunately, missed some time. Ruby came back, had some issues within the Judgment Day, and then tonight, obviously, an unfortunate injury for Liv. Yeah, the life of a WWE superstar is.
Or maybe she's faking, but Roxanne Perez is going to take over for her.
Yeah, including traveling halfway across the world, which we're going to do a week from Saturday, and one of the feature matchups, of course, is John Cena versus CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship.
But I doubt. But maybe it is real, because they wouldn't buy this time if it wasn't real. Yeah, it probably is real. That's why they're buying all this time with, you know, highlight updates.
I told you when we started, 36 dates. And if you want to accomplish something, use your voice and send me competition. Because the way I see it, everyone you have cheered for, shut your mouth and
Hi there.
be your best. I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. You mad because the establishment picked you, but the people never did? My title has corrupted you. By my count, you've got 18 dates left. Of what little respect I had for you, I'll leave it up to you as to which one of those dates I take this off your shoulder. You'll say that date is tonight, right here, right now. Let's do it! Not tonight. We're gonna do it at Night of Champions. Balls in your court, hero. So what do you say? I use CM Punk's rebellious nature and sociopathic self-confidence.
From India, please say. I'm not going to say something that I don't know what it means. And frankly, I'm scared to find out what it means. And maybe it's nothing, but either way, I'm not going to say something of another language that I don't know what it means, because I don't know if I'll say it right, I don't know if I'll say it wrong, and either way, I don't want to be taken the wrong way when I made a mistake. I really don't like Punk and Cena matchup. Yeah, not like, you know, now. I felt like I always said that John Cena was going to fight his old opponents, but CM Punk is kind of like who I thought he would face last.
I see through you, and I always have, and that's the truth.
But they might actually go through with making John Cena's last opponent R-Truth, since R-Truth is now going to be a serious type.
Years since these two men have been involved in a matchup with a championship on the line. John Cena, his words, the last great champion, defends the undisputed WWE Championship against the Second City Saints CM Punk, the renewal of a great rivalry.
Nice music, but I know it's Arabian language. I know it's Arabic.
What goes down this coming Friday on Smackdown. Cena will once again have his hands full with the man who shocked the entire wrestling world at Money in the Bank by reappearing and attacking Cena. None other than R-Truth will go one-on-one with John Cena.
That takes place this coming Friday night on Smackdown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned moments ago that Morgan was injured in her match with Kairi, Zane helped to the back by medical personnel. We can tell you now that it appears that Liv suffered a dislocated shoulder in that matchup.
unfortunate circumstance, Liv Morgan. We know this is a high-risk business. Every night, every competitor who steps in the ring puts their body at risk.
It means I am fire and smoke in the sky. Well, that's dangerous. Why would I want fire and smoke to be in the sky? Because that's going to pollute the environment and
So
the
much
air.
people, yeah, everyone is talking about this King of the Ring tournament, and I'm here with Sami Zayn. Sami, congratulations on your victory last week. You're moving forward in this tournament, but this Friday you face Randy Orton. So talk to me, tell me how you're feeling.
I don't know, Kathy. I feel like I've talked about the World Championship so much lately and what it means to me, and now somehow the opportunity's here. You know, and look, I've had the chance a few times in my career to challenge for the World Championship, but I don't know, something about this time just feels different.
Oh, this is so disturbing. It feels different. There's absolutely nothing different about this. You know, Sammy, you know you're an insane person, right? You know what an insane person does? They do the exact same thing every day, expecting a different result.
Like you?
Let me explain to you what's going to happen. You're going to go to Friday Night Smackdown, and you're going to compete against one of the most diabolical people this business has ever seen. A guy who knows how to win.
Karrion Kross is a hypocrite because he literally does the same thing. Talk to people, gonna get rejected,
and he's gonna go on
and
to become a 15-time world champion.
it's not gonna help him.
And then you are gonna stay at 0.
You think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
You know what I think you are? I think you're a coward. I think you hide back here.
I'm familiar with the expression fire in the eyes, but
why? You don't go out
that's
there
just an
because
expression.
maybe all the big talk that you do when you go out there,
and if
maybe
you're calling me
you can't back
polluted,
it up.
then hell no, I'm not.
Maybe you don't have the courage
I'm
to
not
talk a big
favoring you
game.
with
Maybe
fan
you fall
service
on your
because
face and you don't have the
that's
courage
kind
to
of
go back
insulting
out there. Because
if
trust
you're
me,
calling me
I've
a
talked the
polluted.
big game. I've gone out there and I've lost and I've had the courage to pick myself back up and go out there again. Can you say the same? I didn't think so. So I'm done listening to you talk. You understand me? Right now, my focus is the King of the Ring. That's my priority. But I'm telling you right now, the second that's done, I'm going to Adam Pearce. And you and me, we're going to have this match once and for all.
It's about time.
Calm down, people. You're getting too excited.
Are you going to join in the festivities tonight, Braves? We'll see how I'm feeling when he gets here. Oh, you better take it easy. We don't need another injury. That's why you're standing here, clapping my arms.
Hey.
You got to give James some credit, Corey. Last week he came out here.
2 kids have a Heyy shirt on next to him. That's cute.
Back on the horse tonight, looking for an opportunity to advance for the King of the Ring tournament.
I'm gonna just say this right now. Men's sense of humor is really fucked and something I'll never understand. Just know that if we find your humor insulting, we're going to insult you, and you're going to be angry with us, and that's why there's so much conflict between us.
That's what Jay's going to have to do because he's going to have 3 behemoths gunning for him in this matchup. But it could eventually all lead to what Jay wants most. Another opportunity to become World Heavyweight Champion once again. Welcome to Pikay.
I am not nobody's angel. I am my own angel and devil that is living and breathing. So I'm not tied down to any of you guys.
want to do a little spa?
Yeah, I could be into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching up teams for fun.
I don't like this game. Like us, you might be suffering from moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. We are the undiagnosed.
I can't wait till I get the light stick because doing eats with the light stick will be much more exciting than seeing me do it just myself.
But we still have people who count on us.
Because I'll turn the light stick on, I'll turn the light stick blue and it'll look even cooler.
We are humans. Being. OSA is a chronic condition tied to breathing interruptions and oxygen deprivation during sleep. You're undiagnosed? That was us. Talk to your doctor about OSA. Let's keep being humans. Being.
Sometimes life has a way of surprising you.
That's sweet.
Thanks to Chime, you get fee-free overdrafts. Payday when you say.
For those who don't know what MaxV is, oh boy, I gotta explain this whole story.
Easy credit building.
So,
we're making everyday life easier.
what the kids say Skibbity, I say MaxV because that's an inside joke for me and my family. So if I see something weird on this channel, I'll say MaxWei. MaxWei. That's how you spell MaxWei.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler. Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by
I'm just laughing at the joke because if my brother was here, we would laugh even harder at that.
We can recommend a shop for you. Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts. They don't know the first thing about you or Walmart Plus. Like that Walmart Plus.
I'm laughing at the joke, you jack, but not blushing.
And this shirt.
Yeah. How else would I get free delivery on this air mattress and these blankets? Who knew?
Gentlemen, have you been sleeping here again? Go home. No, not that home. Your home. Go home.
The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Here in Green Bay, Wisconsin,
Yeah,
Titletown,
Mackenzie Liv is injured, but I just like, why is it always Kairi that's like, you know, no matter who she's fighting, it's always, they always get injured, not because of her, but around her, and I'm like, she hardly done anything, because first Zoe Stark injured herself by landing weird, by jumping at Kairi Sane, and now Kairi Sane, like, you know, did a move to protect herself, and Liv Morgan landed funny, and then, like, why her? Like, she's hardly doing anything.
Next week, Monday Night Raw heads down to Ohio.
I'm not a fan of the hair, but if you like it, it's still cool. It matches the color of black, but you'll be happy to know this is not my real hair. So when the stream is over, I'll take the whole look off.
Get underway. And there is a storm headed to Columbus as Jade Cargill goes one-on-one with the prodigy of the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez. And also it'll be a semifinal matchup on the men's side of things. Cody Rhodes, who's advanced, will take on the winner of our next matchup. It'll either be Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, or main event Jey Uso, who is already in the ring. He's been unique throughout the commercial break, getting set for our main event match tonight. I want to remind everyone that Sam Roberts and Megan Morant dive into everything. Monday Night Raw, the WWE, a long recap brought to you by Fanatics, available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio platforms wherever you get your podcasts. Bayley, special guest on Raw Recap.
wrestlers need to slow down, don't rush, relax, have fun in the ring. Yeah. I'm going to be off the stream soon, so I won't wait up for you. I'm not trying out for WWE, you guys. Just give it a rest. I ain't being a WWE superstar.
The man I knew many years back at FCW when we were in developmental together, Rusev physically in the best shape of his career. And to your point, Rusev views himself as something of a guiding light in the locker room. Says he wants to teach the locker room to learn from his mistakes, looking to save superstars before they destroy themselves.
Some people try too hard. They do, but also they're just stupid, delusional, and easily profound by just the appearance of a woman.
On sale right now. Not sure if I can do this justice, but
men are just lucky I'm not assholes and take advantage of that, because I actually have common sense and a conscience, unlike men who just flirt and whatever they say they think women should obey and, like, you know, falter towards them. No, sir. Ain't no way, bitch.
You know, there's only been one man in history who get crowned king of the ring on 2 different occasions. That was the Hall of Famer, Bret the Hitman Hart, from back in the 1990s. Sheamus won the King of the Ring in 2010. Corey, he wants to become only the second man to win 2 times.
I know it's not all men. I'm just saying, most of the men I always encounter, like, if you were in my shoes, you would have a totally different perspective, but I'm self-aware, and I actually have respect for people, just by my personal opinions and experiences, like, you know, clouding my judgment sometimes.
Rusev, it's about time you man up and earn your mistakes. Own your choices. The last time
I'm decent enough to admit when I'm wrong. I'll at least say that, but until then, prove me right with your actions and not your words. Which you cannot do when you're online, so that's why guys should get the shit inside their head that I ain't like an OnlyFans girl or a Discord kitten. There's plenty of porn sites that's on 24/7 if you're looking for that kind of shit. Just go on a movie watching site or an illegal site and they'll redirect you to one. You don't have to look very far.
Did not forget. Mess with this duo at your own peril. Hellacious spear by Breaker, which opened the door for the Viper to advance in the King of the Ring tournament. So LA Knight crossed Braun
meatball? Damn.
last week, then they crossed LA Knight an opportunity.
You're always so descriptive when it comes to the fat wrestlers. Like, I don't care.
On Friday, so this is how things look right now. Friday night on Smackdown, it's the men's semifinals. Sami Zayn to take on Randy Orton. And then Monday, Cody Rhodes defends against the winner of this matchup in the other semifinals.
Tonight on the menu, the Big E special. I hope they reinforce the ring. This thing's got more beef than a Brazilian steakhouse. Sheamus sent to the outside, courtesy of Big Bronson Reed.
Oh, and Sheamus takes out Reed at the knees.
And I know it's a newfound alliance, but Cole, let's be honest with ourselves. The fact that Big Bronson Reed is now taking orders from both Seth Rollins and the wise man Paul Heyman, if that is not one of the scariest alliances you could conceive,
I don't know what it is. Indeed, as you see Rusev now taking apart Jey Uso. Jey, of course, his ribs heavily wrapped due to a tsunami from Bronson Reed a couple of weeks back, and then, of course, the attack by Gunther this past Monday.
Oh boy, if Jey Uso still wins despite all that, then definitely that's going to be a solid match for King of the Ring if he wins against Cody.
Unloading the heavy artillery. This is a fatal four-way rules. First man to gain pinfall submission.
Hey, we're watching the same thing. No way! That's the whole point of a watch party. See, it's fun. It's fun when people understand.
Taking out Rusev. Who is going to advance to the semifinals of the King of the Ring?
Cool, Dad. Your terrorist friend is amazing. You spying on us. Us spying on you.
Who do I got winning? I wish it could be Sheamus, but I know it's not. It's gonna be Jey Uso. Somehow. That depends whether, like, you know, Braun Breaker actually helps him or not. And if he doesn't really help him, then definitely Bronson Reed. I mean, if he does help him, then definitely Bronson Reed.
We're making you pop-up pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better.
What shirt am I wearing? It's just a tank that has this cool, edgy anime illustration. It's not from anywhere. It's not from anywhere, you guys. It's just a graphic anime illustration from a manga. Not a specific manga. It's just inspired by manga. Sheamus versus Uso now. Irish one goes to no. That won't happen because they're gonna build up the Rusevs. The Rusev and Sheamus feud during this match.
We can waive that ATM fee.
That's the only reason why I said I wish it could be Sheamus, but I know he has this new rivalry with Rusev now, so.
Even when your goals feel a million miles away, your savings are still working for you with 4% interest. So you're good.
Hey, Cupcake, you're craving something sweet, like snacks that leave Twinkies in your eye. So don't wait any longer and grab them before everything really snowballs. Hostess, please, Pinky Snacky.
Losing to last week's leftovers. Can't escape the doom scroll. Laundry, fighting dirty.
Bring the juice, Ooh.
Bring the juice.
Time to bring the juice.
When every day feels like Monday, Minute Man, bring the juice.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might. It's a lot.
I stopped a war.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
Anybody except for me.
I do not feel like working tomorrow. I feel you.
I question myself in the same situation as
People were going to die. Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
I don't want to babysit no damn kids tomorrow.
You know, Corey, you were just mentioning a few moments
I'm
ago
just
the
kidding.
injury
I
of
love
Bronson
them.
Reed back at Survivor Series.
Yes,
Let's not
they
forget how he got
do
injured.
tire me out sometimes, though.
330-pound man coming off the top of the War Game structure, shouting
And some like they like to pull on my wigs too much. I'm like, I gotta fix this even more because of you guys.
You've known Paul Heyman longer than I have. Have you ever known Paul Heyman to lose at anything?
I've been seeing these shirts on this app store. I've been using that.
Heyman obviously knew talent. He tutored me along the way.
I buy most of my clothes from Shein or AliExpress. So if you want to know where I get my fashion from, that's where I get most of my fashion. Because Shein and AliExpress is the only, like, you know, app that I know that can give me authentic J fashion or edgy fashion because there's a lot of Japanese stores and factories that specialize in that kind of fashion. Of course, there's devil inspired and dolls killed, but those are too expensive. Dolls killed and devil inspired clothes are always like maybe $40, $60, almost $80, $100. Like, yeah, I don't have that much. I mean, I do, but I would only be able to buy one piece of clothing, and I don't want to invest all my money in just one piece. I want to buy accessories as well. They'll make a story for Rusev and Bronson Reed. I don't know.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, understands what King of the Ring means, and wow. Here comes Reed!
Hello!
James some sidesteps it. Reed might have just taken himself out of the equation. Reed goes up into the barricade.
Wait, AliExpress is real? I always thought it was a fake site. No, it's not. It's totally real. I think frankly it's more better than Temu actually, because before Temu it was always AliExpress. So like I hate that the fact that people just went on to Temu instead of AliExpress. Like, you know, moved from that.
And now these long-time friends and bitter rivals turn their attention to one another.
Because frankly, when my Temu shopping experience has always been more expensive than Shein or AliExpress. So the fact that people say you could get stuff for even cheaper on there, no. Maybe for new customers. No, Temu's not fake. It's authentic. It's just that their fees make it so goddamn expensive. So shop like millionaires. Their slogan is shop like millionaires. More like you have to pay them $1 million to get your shopping. Why the hell would I tell you what city I live in? If you want to know where I live, I'm only telling you I live in Long Island.
Zane is staring in the eyes of his adversary. Rusev returning the stare.
Ship from China. Yes, duh. Of course Temu ships from China, but their fee is more higher than Shein or AliExpress. If you really want to save a lot, then AliExpress has a $3 shipping fee, while Shein has a $4 or $5 fee, I think.
Fighting back, tremendous resilience by Jay. Caught by Bronson Reed.
Yeah, I wish the best for Liv Morgan, but I'm just upset that Kairi Sane was the cause of another, like, you know, injury, but she wasn't.
Attention fans, get your phones ready. I would describe myself
but anyway, yes, AliExpress and Shein and Temu ship from China, but
we have recovered billions.
It's the fees that make it worth the while. And since I'm a loyal Shein customer, I get lots of discounts.
For the people. Text SUMMER to For the People for a chance to win 2 tickets to SummerSlam and 2K.
I'm an in-person shopper, but cool to know AliExpress is really, yeah. I say if you're not into J fashion like me and
then before you know
other things, you know, then I say like the only reason I shop on AliExpress is to get like a bulk of a large item of something. Like, you know, that's the only thing I would ever advise, like if you shop on AliExpress.
Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
You could get lots of bulks of stuff on AliExpress / Shein, however it's pronounced. But as far as I'm concerned, people only shop on AliExpress from my perspective, are cosplayers and J fashion enthusiasts like me. So we shop for wigs, we shop for clothing, we shop for accessories, we shop for makeup.
Yes, of course I
So
found
yeah.
it. No, I need that.
Summon Dale.
Who's Dale?
A real human.
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone.
Orlando, Florida. My sister from Orlando, Florida. If you're talking about, like, you know, the Amityville murder thing, then yeah. But that's, like, you know, that's a part of Long Island that I usually don't visit for that very reason. But it's only a specific part of Amityville that's scary, not the whole Amityville in general. I welded together my speaker stands and that you can't buy in stores. I don't really need speakers because my room is too small, and frankly I don't like a lot of loud sounds anyway. That's why sometimes I hate watching wrestling with my mom because she has it too loud, and I always tell her to lower it for the sake of the channel, but she doesn't care. She'll tell me to shut up. I like the Jordan fitted jeans. Yeah, that's normal fashion. Buying brands and, like, you know, basic stuff like that, but I'm not normal. I like alternative fashion. Alternative fashion and grunge fashion and J fashion that I wear, it's cuter, and that actually expressed my whole personality about me being so, like, you know, delicate but feisty on the inside, and I always want to express that kind of, like, you know, fashion with J fashion because that's the best way to do it.
Man, just a freak of nature.
Roxanne should have come out and took Liv Morgan's spot to challenge Kairi, saying, yeah, I really thought that's what would happen, but they were serious when they were serious when it happened, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's really serious, so they're not going to go through with that. But if it wasn't serious, they would have gone through with that. Oh, yeah, he almost had it there. Girls can pull out different fashion. Yeah, I'm sure they can. It's just the fact that I'm surprised that I am able to pull off this fashion because I used to wear such basic fashion, but like once I saw my friends like wear all this stuff, I always thought their look was pretty, and I'm like, can I pull this look off? So I bought, like, you know, my very first, I bought my very first, like, you know, gothic/edgy fashion at Hot Topic, and then it looked so good, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna buy more of this from here on out.
He's got his eyes locked on a down Rusev.
And once I did, I never looked back.
And Rusev, positioning that Rusev in a bad.
I have too many wigs. I have too many wigs and too many J fashion styles to get through in one video.
There it is, it's 16 deep. Is Rusev going to tap out to the accolade? Rusev sits back. He's got Uso in trouble. Is Jay going to tap out? Can he try to slow it down? Remember, Roach will not force a break in a fatal four-way. It buys himself enough time for Sheamus.
Wow, Sheamus is really pulling up on this one.
And how physical is this? Into the cover for the win. Bronson Reed with a senton saves the match.
Thank
We
you.
are dealing with four of WWE's heaviest hitters.
That's because at home I don't need to be all dolled up with makeup. I only did an exception for today because I promised I would showcase this outfit, and since I didn't do it on Father's Day like I promised because, you know, I have my girl thing, but I promised to do it during the stream, and that's even more better, so I can showcase it. I'll always showcase fashion to you guys, but I'll only do it for special occasions. like on the 4th of July, maybe I'll wear something nice, but I probably won't because like, you know, by the time I order it, it won't come in on time. Yeah. Braun Breaker, yeah, I knew he would help him. And my mom's cheering. Yeah, Sami Zayn. Oi. Oh my God. Watch out. Corey Graves. Whoa, Penta. Braun Breaker, you totally failed at selling it. Penta totally missed you and you failed at what you call it, pulling off the move. Do you do basic outside of the house or just at home? No, just at home. I would dress like this normally outside. And if I don't, I try to, like, you know, do it as casual as I can. I would either just make myself look like at least sensible outside. Like maybe I would just put myself in a bun and then put my glasses on and then just wear a cutish outfit. Like maybe some tights and a tank. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be Jey Uso. Yeah, LA Knight's here too. So that's great.
An insane sequence of events for the right to advance in the King of the Ring tournament. Hats off, kudos, congratulations to main event Jey Uso for surviving what shit.
Yeah, there's nobody with the title right now. You idiots, do I have to do everything myself? No offense, but that chain is out of place. It should be inside your jacket, not outside. Outside your shirt jacket, not on the outside. Damn, they're just bringing out everybody today. What, is John Cena gonna come out now? Is CM Punk gonna come out now? Oh my God, they just want to bring everyone. Just walk away. Okay, live wrestling. Thank you for coming. No help you are to your peers.
Main event Jey Uso and Corey. Now things get interesting for these two. The semi-finals are set. Cody Rhodes, Jey Friends are going to have to put it aside.
Former WWE champion versus a former world heavyweight champion, former tag team championship partners, a matchup laden with gold.
One of these two men will advance to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and Night of Champions. They're battling out for the opportunity to be crowned King of the Ring. Next week, massive semi-final matchup. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, live on Monday Night Raw.
Amazing. That's real brotherhood right there. Ba-boom. That's great. Yeah, this was pretty solid. Unfortunately, we didn't get that Liv Morgan match in light of her injury. I'm just upset at that. Because that would have been a great match to build up the Roxanne Perez and, you know, Liv Morgan rivalry even more. But it was serious, so I understand why Roxanne Perez didn't replace her. But in a sense, it's kind of not out of the table, because if she really is injured, she's going to really take her place now. If she wasn't taking her place before with her around, she's definitely going to take her place now that she's gone, if she will be gone, that is. And now she's going to really be all up in, she's really going to be all up in Dominic's nuggets now. Yes, I went there. But anyway, that's the show. But as per usual, when I have my Edge fashion or like any fashion on, I will do a get unready with me. So let's get started. First and foremost, a wig. I like, it's all messy and stuff because of the hat, but usually I like wearing it with hat because I think it's funny. I think it's like, you know, looks a little weird without a hat, honestly. So that's why I always wear a hat when I wear my long wigs. Like, I could comb it out and stuff and make the bangs look nice again, but I think it just looks weird this way. So that's why I just always wear a hat anyway. And maybe it doesn't look all that weird, it's just that to me it always does, so that's why. So I'm just combing it out because it's gonna save me time. It's always tangly. This is my most tangly wig, but this is just sign. This is a sign I need to, like, you know, I have to make a hair soup. And for those who don't know what that is, it's basically you just fill the bathtub with conditioner and fabric softener, and you have to let wigs sit there overnight. So it's kind of making a hair soup. So that's, like, you know, why we call it like hair soup. But what I like to do, because even hot water gets too quickly, so I prefer actually boiling it up in a pot. So that's when it really becomes hair soup. But okay, the wig is all combed out, and now I take it off. Ah, I am bald. I'm not pretty anymore. Life of a cosplayer. Now I can really get all the tangles out now. Okay. Done, put aside. And now my real hair. Pop. here's what I wore today. I just wore this oversized tank. My mom is wearing the same thing, but she didn't come in the room today, but I'll show you some other day, I promise. We all have the same shirt on. It's just that I didn't feel it was right showing just my mom. I want my brother to be a part of it too, because we all do have this same shirt. It's just that I always have a tank because I do not like wearing shirts. I never did like wearing shirts like, you know, at home. I always wore tank tops, so I bought myself a tank. The only way I'll ever wear shirts at home is if I'm getting cold, and obviously it's not getting cold no more, so that's why. And here's my baby earring. I made this. I really did just like, you know, I took a like, you know, a fork, and I just put it over fire, and I just jammed it in the baby's head, and I just put an earring thingy that I had from an old jewelry making kit, and I just put it in there and just hot glued it together. And here are the piercings. See? Pop, pop. And I have to take the gunk off of it, but that's how they work. There's sticky circles at the bottom of it. And eyelashes too. I have falsy eyelashes. And I could take my pants off in front of you because I am wearing safety shorts. See? Really, they're my brother's underwear, but I wear them as shorts. So it's all good. But for my tank, I definitely need to move away from the camera because I'm just wearing a bra underneath that. So now I'm all relaxed, except for the makeup, but I need to just go to the sink real quick and take this off. It'll just take a while, so. But this is not really eyeliner. I don't have any eyeliner at the moment, so I just use my black face paint, and I just put the, like, you know, eyeliner decal on there, and that's how I make these eyeliner. Let's see, when you're doing grunge fashion or any, like, you know, gothic fashion, you're always heavy on the eyeliner, and I always do these like markings right there. I always like the three lashes. That was always, like, you know, my favorite, and I always have a cat's eye right there. So that's what I do. And how I did these hearts, I have a heart stamp, and I just basically just put the black paint over the heart stamp, and I just pop. That's all. But I'm just gonna wash this off. It'll come off with water. Oh man. You know what? I'm not gonna, you know, just leave you hanging. So I think I'll just take it off camera. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully, I hope we'll get a real update on Liv Morgan, and hope that she's doing okay, because it did look pretty serious, and I hope I can inform you right away on that. But thanks for watching, and if you want to donate to anything, just click on the link down below. My Ko-Fi and my Cashapp are down there. Thank you for all donations, and thanks for joining me. Any support is well appreciated. Thank you, and be here on Friday as per usual when I react to Smackdown. That looks to be like, well, it'll be a solid show since we now have both our winners of each thing. So we're gonna continue King and Queen the Ring, and hopefully we'll have like, you know, the right like, you know, two, because we kind of have the obvious choices as our winners, as I thought, but let's see, like, you know, who's more favored this time. So thanks for joining me, and come on back on Friday and we'll get to the bottom of this one. So bye bye, thanks for joining, and remember, do it all with idol energy. Bye.